that claims leadership of this group.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Yes, I was asking if there's anybody here that claims leadership of this gathering. I think that's you. And you are, sir? You are Joseph Patty. I am Steve McGregor, as you see. I am the operations officer for the corporate.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Now,
Mike. Wonderful.
my commissioner has given me instruction that there was no permission given for any gathering.
Yeah.
So you are taking claim for this gathering.
Yeah, I'm responsible for it.
You're responsible.
Yeah, I want to say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadosh, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. This is the brother from James, Jamaica camp. Yashamai.
Sure. I war.
Paul.
Yeah, cause I color.
You know, I want to listen, and this whole, protest, thing where we see, take place out here in Jamaica yesterday. Right, in basically media now, even on the news. But, me personally believe that, Isa, he done behind this whole thing, right? Because, the so-called white man, the top elites, how them do them thing, right?
Good.
Problem, reaction, and solution, right? Are out of true chaos, right? And we see all them are trying to basically, stir up so-called Jamaicans, because the so-called Jamaicans, are merely from the tribe of Benjamin, if we get into this, this whole protest, spirit, right? Because our uproar spirit, as brother mentioned. Because we see, Caribbean Island, pass the law. I think about a month ago, they say in the Caribbean in Barbados, and the next Caribbean Island, they have this whole protest. But we see all them are trying to start something in Jamaica, right? And really and truly, this whole protesting over people, a push, because you have a lot of people, with it. Really and truly, not going to do nothing at all for our people in the idea. Because if you even look back, even during the time Martin Luther King, right? Yeah, our people been protesting from them time that we shall overcome. We get them, we don't get them nowhere. Right? But this truth, started from the apostles and elders who have been pushing for the years, over the years, come up to this time. Right? We've actually seen all the prophecies, all the things that we've been speaking over the years now coming to pass, because we're actually in at the time of our deliverance. But we're going to get delivered, from this wicked society. Is it from the oppressor, the so-called white man, and also this Eden nation, and even two-thirds of our people. We actually live in the time, right, where these things going to happen. Because me try to tell people have hope in this society. Our hope is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? Scripture say about them trust in oppression. Right? Go on, brother. Scripture. Lamentation 4:17.
It's Lamentation 4 verse 17.
One.
As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help.
Scripture say, as for us, the Israelites, our eyes are yet fail for our vain help. Right? Because all people are looking to help them. The so-called white man, these Eden nation, the prime minister, right? They might look to the prime minister or these politicians to save them from them lifestyle or this oppressive, time that we're living in. Right? But these men is not for our basically benefit, It's all about the agenda, of the so-called white man. All these leaders in league with the so-called white man. So the scripture says, as for us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. Go on, brother.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
These nations cannot save us. Yahushai, Naaman, Oman, name prediction. He deliver or he save. That's what Yahushai coming back to do. Come save us, from all this madness that's taking place. Right? No matter how much protests, people basically want to do. In the idea, get them nowhere. Right? Yahushai the one we got basically remove us, from all these madness that's taking place on this earth right now. Right? Go on, brother.
Lamentation 4 verse 18.
Go on.
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. Last week Monday, you have a ship coming into Jamaica, while Jamaica they are basically lockdown. Right? And right towards say Jamaica is like a ghost town, right? And you have a lot of so-called Jamaican out here, they frustrated over the whole thing because they say they might enjoy the highlands while we lock down, on a curfew, right? So this our a lot of people I say out here in Jamaica, but we through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shemesha, we understand and we know that this is Esau kingdom, right? The so-called white man theme kingdom this year, and our hell, meaning our basically down low, right? But because we are the one that face all the oppression and all these things in the society, right? From the time of slavery, come up to this time, right? So them can do what them feel to do. That's the reason why you have a thing when you call a white privilege. But all this madness, been taking place, I come to an end very, very soon because we're heading into the time now when Yahushua, going to make him a rival, right? Go on, brother.
So they on our steps that we cannot go into our streets.
So them on our steps that we cannot go in our streets. What?
Our end is near,
God.
our days are fulfilled.
God.
Our end is come.
God. Exactly. What?
So our persecutors are swifter than the eagle
God.
of
So
the heaven.
But say our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. What is the emblem of the so-called white man? Right? The bald eagle. Right? Go on.
Right. They pursued us upon the mountain.
God.
They lay wait for us in the wilderness. Jump verse 21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom,
Go on.
that dwellest in the land of Uz.
That what? Dwellest in the land of Uz. Go on.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee,
God.
and thou shalt be drunken.
God. So the
and
cup.
shall make that shall
So the cup that we drink of, I will pass through unto the so-called white man. Shall the true be called Edomite. Right? So the scripture says right up, rejoice and be glad. Right? So them supposed to rejoice because this is for them kingdom. But we're heading into the time now when them are going to drink off that cup where we drink off.
Right.
The cup where we drink off as a nation, we're approaching the time now when them going to drink off it, yo.
The scripture tell them says, now if our mouth, but them shall
Surely
surely
drink
of it.
God, exactly. Surely drink off it, yo. Right, go on.
It's an article from the Jamaica Gleaner, September 22. That's Wednesday. It says political party president among several arrested at protests, anti-Vanessa protests. Then says president of the United Independent Group, United Independent Congress, Joseph Patterson. Alright, it says president of the United Independent Congress, Joseph Patterson,
Gone.
was among several persons arrested this morning by the police protests in downtown Kingston.
Gone.
See? It says the protest was organized by the political party. All in political party, all these political party.
Yeah.
See? Then get funded.
Run.
Bring out a specific agenda. But it come under the name political party.
Right.
There's some trick behind it.
Alright, that's the reason
There
why
was nothing. Yeah.
that's the reason why I say I believe Esau behind this whole thing, yo.
Correct.
Right? One brother.
Short scripture.
One.
This is 2 Corinthians 2 verse 11.
One.
So least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Least Satan shall get an advantage of us. Right? And the word Satan basically go back to adversary. You know what I mean? Our enemy. Which is who? This number one enemy is who? The so-called white man. Get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of the devices. We understand and we know this man purpose. You know? This man agenda. In trickery. Like what people say, the wilds are the devil. The trickery of the so-called white man. Go on.
As you mentioned earlier on, order of care.
Go on.
A lot of time even over there in the Middle East, what him do? He go in and he fund each side, you know what I mean, to create a conflict. You know?
Right.
So he go in, to create certain disturbance, and then out of that chaos so him created by funding each side, the left and the right. You know what I mean? There comes an order, him bringing the solution. Saying so that is always this man's strategy throughout the history of time shows.
Same formula
So
that
the
we
same
use.
formula we work with. So when we say we're not ignorant of his devices according to the scriptures, we realize that the same method they use. So this is nothing new, man. You know?
The scripture, you have to quote it right. The scripture said there's nothing new under the
Son.
sun. Because even back in the 80s, in Jamaica, going back to the the whole GLP and PNP.
Political party.
Political party. Yeah, who funded? Who funded the GLP? Who funded the PNP? Them are the same one who did it, man.
Can.
See?
As the brother mentioned that, during the time of the whole political party back then, with Michael Manley and Edward Siaga, you have Michael Manley come out and say, the CIA a plot against him. Can he pay some group of young man to start a fight near the meet one of the hotel them, resort hotel them. So the tourists them can flee back to their home country and tell the rest of people them say Jamaica, is basically a war zone. Right, so these men been doing these things for years, yeah. Same formula they've been using. Right, as the brother mentioned about the political party. Right, so a new one is son. Continue, brother.
He says scores of persons, both masked and maskless, gathered at the Ward Theatre this morning for a planned march to Parliament at Garden House. It says prior to the start of the march, the protesters were asked by the police to disperse as the march did not receive a permit. Yes, the guy might say, you have a permit, you have a march in your country because of this whole thing.
Yeah.
You can't go have a march no more.
God, so they not control our yard.
People have fundamental rights to do.
Yeah, because them come up with the
Disaster
Risk Management
Act.
Right, and under that you have things like social distancing. So that's one of the things where them can catch them back. So them come up with all of these laws and these new laws, so them can really, for people really not gather or to create an uprising and so on.
Zine? Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 5, verse 26. So for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth a snare, they set a trap.
So you should say among my people, right? I found wicked men among the Lord's people, the Israelites, among the so-called, Negroes, Latinos and Native American and Indian are found wicked men. So you have wicked men amongst our nation, right? Continue, brother.
They lay wait as he that setteth snares, they set a trap.
And it's a trap too, right? Because a lot of our people, them with this whole thing what take place, right? And because them see it happen, across the world. So a lot of them that run in and follow, right? Not knowing, because even the video, capitalists, conspiracy, they tell us that they might use certain agent provocateur, they push them agenda, and a lot of people are going to understand and know what go on and go join in, right? And follow.
It's like when America when they do them BLM march and them thing them, and you have a group of actually funded by a certain man, and
George Soros,
and basically you have some people who go out there who genuinely are protest because them genuinely feel say boy, hey, them rights are get trampled.
Yeah, they want their rights, stand up for their rights.
So they might use certain man, start a little thing, so they can get the rest of people who truly are genuinely believe say boy, they must stand up for them rights. When this man here just the man who, as we say, get set up. They fulfill the agenda, man. And when them things start, they can come move in and put in place where they want to put in, man.
Because even scripture mentions these men, tasks are deep. They men strategize, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you have some sheep, and you wonder how you have to chop them in a pen there. So that's how the men look at people. How to lead them to get the masses to do this. So they run a lot of experiment.
Right.
Social experiment and all of that from people. So what I'm going to do is if you don't have the power, you have to shy. If you don't have the understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you have to shy. All of these things, man, you're really caught in the whole thing. Because the things that you see now, you can't believe nothing. What you see in the media, and what you see even in front of you, man, you can't believe it. Because all of this is staged. The only thing we can go by, are these scriptures and the prophecies that are written in the scriptures.
Right.
Right? And ways where them can deem protesting as something bad. Right? It's like recently news with them, I think over there in America, where them set the stones for the people. I think I know Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
BLM march, yeah. When they set the bricks.
Yeah, then set up a lot of bricks for people go out there and broke stores and things. Right? So then can deem protesting as dangerous because they must say, yo, that what gonna happen in every protest. Right? When in truth and in fact, them send their agent provocateur out there to even fling a stone and get other people to go along with it.
And I just suggest it.
Yeah.
When they want somebody to do something, and then them follow me.
Verse 27 say, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich.
Exactly.
Is Baruch 4 and verse 24.
Gone.
So like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen yourself in your captivity.
So the neighbors of Zion, neighbors of the Israelites, or the so-called Negroes, Latinos and Native American, Indian, have seen our downfall. So these nations see our downfall. A lot of them benefit of our downfall. All of them, as the brother mentioned, benefit of our downfall. Especially the so-called Negroes. Right? So them see what happened to us, throughout history. Right? But this is how the scripture say it will take place. Right? Go on, brother.
Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity,
Gone.
so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power.
They must see shortly, very, very soon, they're going to see, our deliverance. Them see our downfall, right? And make basically mockery of us, make a lot of money off of us, look down upon us as nothing, say all different type of madness about us. But very soon they're going to see our deliverance also. One?
Right.
Which shall come upon you with great glory
Gone.
and brightness of the everlasting. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you
Gone.
from Yahweh, washing our shy.
Because we're supposed to suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon us from the Heavenly Father. Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai. Right? In Jamaica 799, he said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. Right? So we have bear the indignation, the righteous anger of Yahweh Shai Shai until that day. So we endure all things for the elect's sake. Until, brother?
For the enemy hath persecuted thee.
For the enemy had persecuted thee.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
Shortly we're going to see the destruction of the society. We already seen the preparation, taking place right before our eyes right now. Right? Everything I move swiftly and speedily. See how the famine I come fast. Right? This digital society we're going to lead to total destruction, nuclear destruction. We see I prepare right now. So everything I move fast right now. Right? So you say, shortly we're going to see them destruction, this third reservoir destruction prepare in the Middle East. Right? Go on, brother.
The most important thing is shortly.
Yeah.
Because even now, as the brother them send a video recording in our chat today, we speak about a brother speak about a famine. And when you hear the common man, speak about famine.
Gone.
You know and say, oh, it's not far-fetched, it's not far. Because we speak about it for years. And other people feel like say, oh, we are madman or the things that we say far-fetched. But now it reach the common man where he really see. Really see the thing, man, I see the famine. So that's why I say, oh, shortly. So he said, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck.
Gone. So shortly we are going to see him destruction and we are going to tread upon his neck. Right? People say, wait upon me until the day rise up to the prayer. Right? So we're waiting, man. Very soon. Right? All these things going to take place here. Right?
Habakkuk 2 verse 3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Gone, which is the prophecies.
Yes, but at the end it shall speak
and
not lie.
Alright, not to speak. These prophecies speaking right now. Right? All prophecies I'm speaking. Years back, we're looking for prophecy. This Revelation 13 prophecy come to pass. But now we seen clearly. Right? Right across the road, even out in Jamaica, things are put into place fast. Right? So we see how close No, our deliverance is our salvation is here. Right? Go on, brother.
And that line, though it tarry, wait for it. Because it will surely come,
Gone.
it will not tarry.
Gone. Very,
It says,
very, very soon.
It says, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him,
Gone.
but the just shall live by faith.
Gone. So
By
say,
his faith.
gone. So she was the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Right? Talking about the so-called white man, basically Esau, Edom. But you go down and say the just shall live by faith. Because faith is very important, you know, in this time to live in. You see a lot of Jake bugging out now. This type of war will take place now. A lot of them run and give in already. A real pressure no come. I will see a lot of our people run gone basically get, you know, drink that juice. Right? And nothing really started. Right? How we shall say? Yeah. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man come, shall he find faith on the earth? Because a lot of people gonna lose them faith. You know, we hope and pray now we continue on this path until the end. Because if I say without faith, it is impossible to please the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, but Hashem will shine. We hope and pray a part of it. As I said.
will be found worthy. Yeah, I mean,
Done. Done. Exactly.
Burn wrath of a month when skimmed over you.
Yeah, man.
And this is 2 Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said,
Gone.
measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Gone. So we see all these things, you know, happening. All the prophecies and all these things happening. So what the scriptures are we supposed to do? We're supposed to measure the time. Right? The scriptures. So we use a measure, basically the measuring
5, 6.
ruler. Scripture. It's measuring rod. It's a scripture. I tell you. Right? This is how we're supposed to measure it with you. One.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before,
Gone.
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world
So we
which he
actually,
made.
so we actually live at the time now when Yahweh or Hashem Yahushua are going to visit this world. Yo. Right? Visit this wicked society. Gone.
Tear it down.
Gone.
Them have a billboard, them have a throw down.
Yes. It said, therefore, verse 3, it said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproar of the people in the world.
So, earthquakes, right? And uproars of the people, like these protests. Even these protests will take place in Jamaica. Right? That's even part of Bible prophecy. Right? Whether Esau wants to stage it or not, it's a part of Bible prophecy. God, because, yeah, exactly. Everything is in control of by the Heavenly Father. Right? But the good and the evil, Yahweh Hashem shall control you. This is Yahweh movie.
And when you check it out, which part on the earth right now you have uproars?
Gone.
Way upon the earth right now uproars.
Gone.
You know, yeah.
An uproar, earthquake, and
Earthquake.
natural
Yeah.
disaster.
Or something, because some natural disaster, some catastrophe happen.
Yeah.
And the like say, we out here as men of the Lord, we are speaking. These things been happening,
Right.
see? But when you check the levels now, being in the last days
Gone.
this them happen more frequently and a vast amount of more of them happen. Then you set a happen over here, so.
Right.
And then it cool down and it happen over there, so. Everything just a pop off just by one scale, everything just a pop off one back another, man.
You can say that because as the scripture that I can read, you know, it say in that time when the scripture speak about, that are the time we're living in. That are the part of prophecy where we reach.
Yeah, can't.
You know, where we are going to see the uproars of people, earthquake in our diverse places, all of these things, man. That, what the Aka read, that is where we reach in the prophecy right now. So that's why the Aka say, we see all of them things behind each other, is that pop off. So.
Yeah.
About the vision is for a point in
Point
time,
in time, just
and
read
at
it a while
the
ago.
end, at the end it shall speak and not lie.
So it has speak now.
So let's use the measure the time. That's the time we
Can't.
Gone.
Verse 4, he said, then shalt thou well understand
Gone.
that the Most High speak of those things for the day,
From the
the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Because everything was predestined by the Heavenly Father. Right? What?
Right, so for like as all that is made in the world at a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
And the end is manifest. So now the end is manifest right now before we eyes. They didn't have this wicked society. They didn't have this wicked kingdom. They didn't have the rulership of the world. The so-called white man. The scripture says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So our kingdom is next year. Right? We see the society fade away right before we eyes. Right?
Even so, the times also of the eyes have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his work and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Right. It's right, man. It's all about believing, man. And scripture says it will end in the powerful signs and effects. Wonderful works, and we've been seeing all of these things. See? Some powerful works we've been seeing are the chariots. See? Chariots are frequent, man.
Correct. We so-called white man called UFOs.
Right? It's right.
Gone. So slack your vacuum, you know, for the whole noise in the background. You know, we are doing video and music to stun on and start playing. We're not control of that anyway still. But you know, slack you for that. So with that, I say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Shai, Ba'ashim Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all our brothers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.